The Oscars is the most prestigious award show that honors the best film professionals in the industry. Like most award shows, the Oscars is corrupt and rigged. The Oscars is based on racism, money, and sexism. Overall, making the Academy Awards trash. Somebody dropped a big stinky in here. Now, these claims do sound a bit far-fetched, but hear me out. The Oscars are notorious for racism in the ceremony. In 1940, Hattie McDaniel won Best Supporting Actress for her role in Gone with the Wind. But after accepting the award, she had to exit the stage to sit at a segregated table. Now, times have definitely changed since the 1940s. Only a total of 21 black actors have won Oscars. Out of 380 awards for Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. Now, that doesn't mean that the remaining actors who won awards were white, but out of the 380 acting-related Oscar awards, only 9% of the winners were non-white. You can further see this controversy with Spike Lee's 1989 movie Do the Right Thing, which is about a pizzeria with a wall of fame that only showcases Italian actors and no other race. The community becomes outraged when they bring it to the owner's attention, and he refuses to alter the wall. Do the Right Thing is arguably considered one of Spike Lee's best works, and it got snubbed for Best Picture in 1989, with Driving Miss Daisy, another film about racial commentary, took home Best Picture. While Driving Miss Daisy is still progressive, it was directed by Bruce Beresford, who is a white man, in comparison to Spike Lee's film, which didn't even receive a nomination. This is one of many examples of racial bias within the Academy, such as in 1973, Marlon Brando, the freaking Godfather, boycotted the Oscars due to the poor treatment of Native Americans within the film industry. Sacheen Littlefeather accepted his Best Actor award for The Godfather on his behalf, bringing the much-needed light to the prejudice. But the most famous scenario is the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite campaign, which came about in 2015 when April Reign noticed that not a single non-white actor was nominated. Now, I will say that the Oscars have made progress since 2015, such as Moonlight winning Best Picture in 2017, or Lily Gladstone being the first Indigenous woman to be nominated for an Oscar, or Parasite being the first foreign film to win Best Picture, along with 3 foreign films being nominated in 2024. While the Oscars have made progress with their racial bias, money is the main driving factor for the ceremony. Of course, the purpose of most award shows is to make money, which makes sense, but it's also the main reason most films will even try to get nominated at all. Hear me out. In 1978, a test screening was ran in Detroit, Michigan for The Deer Hunter. Despite having famous actors such as Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep, it was known to be the worst performing test screening of all time. In response, the team turned to Alan Carr, who is notorious for film marketing, and Carr had the film released at the end of the year just for 2 weeks so it could qualify for the Oscars. And after winning 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, The Deer Hunter had a wide release afterward, earning a total of $50 million at the box office. Since then, Carr redefined the purpose of the Oscars, making the award ceremony about money and not the art. This led to people within the film industry campaigning for Oscar wins and nominations. Probably the most famous campaign was Harvey Weinstein's for Shakespeare in Love. In 1999, the top 2 contenders for Best Picture were Saving Private Ryan and Shakespeare in Love. While Shakespeare in Love is still a good film, Saving Private Ryan was obviously the best movie of the year. However, Harvey Weinstein aggressively campaigned for his movie by negatively talking about Saving Private Ryan, saying the movie was all in the first 15 minutes, overall leading to Shakespeare in Love winning Best Picture, gaining an additional $25 million at the box office. Weinstein's campaign is a clear example that it's about the politics, plus that win did not age very well. David Lynch also did this in 2006 for his movie Inland Empire, by posting up a street corner with a cow and a giant poster saying, "For your consideration, Laura Dern." Unfortunately, Laura did not receive the nomination. Sorry, David, don't have a cow. And this year, Bradley Cooper is the one who's campaigning the hardest for Best Actor for his role as Leonard Bernstein in Maestro. After seeing Maestro, I did think that Bradley Cooper deserved Best Actor, not only because he did an incredible job at playing Leonard Bernstein, but also because he studied conducting for 6 years for this role. However, I did later learn that this is a clear sign for Oscar campaigning, which I respect the commitment to the role, but what really made me not want Bradley Cooper to win was his embarrassing interview with Leonard Bernstein's children, where he started crying saying he missed Bernstein so much.
Do you miss him?
Oh, yeah.
What do you miss about him?
It's hard to talk about. I don't know, we shared something very special. He was with me, certainly, throughout the entire time. His energy has somehow found its way to me.
Dude has never even met the man, and he's crying about missing him in front of his own children? You had my vote, Bradley, but now it's going to Killian. On top of money and politics, sexism also exists within the Academy Awards. Now I hear ya. It is odd to say that the Oscars are sexist, given that there are 2 categories dedicated entirely to women, which is better than the Grammys. However, in the 19 non-acting categories, including writing, directing, costume design, and cinematography, women have received 327 nominations since 2006, while men have earned 1,387 nominations. That's a pretty big gap. And the biggest example of sexism for this year's Oscars is Greta Gerwig's snub for Best Director. While Barbie wasn't personally my favorite movie, I will say that the concept of a Barbie movie, even being somewhat good, is an extraordinary accomplishment. Thus, I do think that Greta Gerwig does deserve the nomination for Best Director, because I'm sure that that movie was a beast to tackle and overall it was well executed. Now, I will say, the Academy does do an incredible job at including feminist films in the nominations. Along with Barbie, Poor Things was probably one of the best feminist films I have ever seen. However, after seeing the film, most will be under the impression that Poor Things was directed by a woman. Wrong! It was in fact directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, who is also nominated for Best Director. Now, I will play the devil's advocate. Poor Things is an adaptation of a book, so Yorgos probably read the book and thought it would be an incredible movie. And you would assume that the book was written by a woman, right? Oh, wrong again. The book was actually written by a man, Alistair E. Gray. So the fact that this feminist movie was directed by a man based on a book that was written by a man, it makes you think. Along with the nominations and wins, only 33% of women make up the Academy's voting members. Sure, there might be more men on this planet, but I am sure it's very possible to find women with enough experience in the industry to make that percentage 50-50. So the real question is, do these accusations against the Oscars still apply in 2024? There's only one way to find out. So enough talkie-talkie. Let's watch this trash.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so I just got done finishing watching the Oscars, and overall I wasn't really surprised by a lot of things. Cillian Murphy, I thought he was gonna win just because he's won every other award show. I think we all knew that RDJ was gonna win. This is his 3rd time being nominated, so I think he deserves it. However, honestly, probably what the biggest surprise for me was Lily Gladstone not winning for Killers of the Flower Moon. I was pretty sure that she was a shoo-in for this. And don't get me wrong, Emma Stone was incredible in Poor Things, but I really think Lily Gladstone deserved the win. Not only was she an incredible actress, but I think it would have been an incredible statement for being the first Native women to have won an Oscar. So it kind of further proved my hypothesis. However, I was happy to see Da'Vine Joy Randolph win for The Holdovers. Kind of a hot take, and I'm gonna get blasted in the comments for this, but I don't think Oppenheimer should have won. I really think that Killers of the Flower Moon should have won because it really shined a light on an important story, a part of Indigenous history, whereas Oppenheimer kind of shined a light on war and America. And I guess it really focused on the inner turmoil that Oppenheimer faced. But still, I think Killers of the Flower Moon was a better film. Like any award show, the Oscars does have its flaws. Sure, there's many signs of racist, sexist, money-hungry, blood-sucking vampires, but like I said, they have definitely improved over the years. And it is also nice that they're actually listening to the people and trying to change their ways. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like, slap the sub, and it's absolute bullshit that the Iron Claw wasn't nominated for anything. I'm genuinely pissed. Till next time, folks. Peace.